Here there be dragons. Alright, it's working. Now I can pour my celebratory vodka. I mean water. Okay, that's heavy. Oops. There. That's funny. Ooh. That's fine. It'll work. Okay. Oh wow, I actually like this. Okay. I like that one too. Surprised this like isn't a dragon enchantment. Because the Eldrazi MH3 enchantment is. I feel like this would have been fine as a dragon. This is way easier to find. I don't like Mox Jasper. Maybe I can like bloop it in there for a second. Oh right, we're 5 colors. I forgot. Is Baneslayer the tech? Is that the tech? Hmm. Minion of the Mighty? Hmm. Okay. Maybe worth thinking about. Will this deck have 45? What? I don't know what that is. Oh, Mythic? I don't know. Yeah, I guess Sarkhan works, right? Yeah, if you mean Mythic, like the Mythic, then I don't know. Brazil. Adult Gold Dragon. Very specific. Kalia, all you have to do is cast it. Probably works. This Dargaz is funny. Oh, Sarkhan the Unbroken? In an actual dragon deck? Oh yeah, I want to play this as my commander again. Maybe not this time, but... I am... problematically... adding too many dragons. Maybe that's fine. Fine, just fine. So... do we... Mana? Mana? Itali's just... well, it is what it is. How come I can never... the lands are going to be annoying. Boop, 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 boop. Probably Into the North. Arcade Signet. Binding is interesting. Maybe. All fetch lands. Most triomes. Shock lands. Probably Prismatic Vista. They have the word cycle on them, right? I don't know if I want all of them. I probably do. It's easy enough. You don't have to think that way, right? Do I own all of them? Well, it looks like I do. Oh, wait, maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do. Some of them just didn't have this. And then Shocklands. All of them. Gonna need some basics here. Maybe maybe not all of them. Maybe at least all the green ones. I feel like I do want all of them. So the triomes, I don't want all of them then. So maybe just all the triomes that don't have green. Incredibly deep in thought. Well, as deep as I go. I poured myself a drink, so maybe the thinking will subside soon. Yeah, I like that. Because I want a fair amount of basics. I also dang it, I keep hitting my table. I also want to probably run at least one of each snowland. And probably more forests than that, like that. Yep, that's the goal. So red, green? Bloop. Oh, that's white, green. Bloop. These look really similar. Maybe Minion of the Mighty. Okay, I don't think we can run Minion of the Mighty. It's like Ragavan at home. Yeah, creature type lands makes sense. Cavernous Souls probably makes sense. I don't know about Unclaimed Territory. I would argue it's probably just free. This is a ton of mountains, jeez. Fine. 44 lands is probably okay with what exactly we're trying to do here. Haste enablers. We are 5 colors, so we can get ridiculous. Can run Golos, right? If I can figure this out real quick. I don't remember this being that laggy. Should probably run Golos. And World Tree. Oh, there it is. Easy enough. Okay, let's do that. It looks so complicated. Uh, I'm playing... Wait, what? Building a magic deck? Do we want Progenitus? No. I mean, we can do whatever we want because it's a 5-color deck. We could run the first sliver. It's not hitting anything, though. We can run Door to Nothingness? Oh, no. This is probably a bad idea. Yeah, it's pretty colorful. We'll see how complicated it is. I assume it just plays itself. But who knows? Man, I want to play Door to Nothingness until someone dies. And then take it out. Do I not have a dragon? I mean, I like the Chandelar one anyways. There is a Tiamat sleeve. I don't know if I have it. Ooh, that one works though. Mana Drain, Swords of Plowshares. Esper Sentinel. uh... Maybe Sarkhan is... Okay, so Sarkhan... Uh-oh. Scam alert. Scam alert in chat again. Oh no. What do we do? Also, the filter is broken. Scam alert in chat. Let's see. The Green Overlord is probably just better than Sarkhan. Mirren? What? Isn't it spelled... Oops. Like this? I don't know Mirren. Yep. I feel like that. Yep, something's not working there. If I take out... I don't need 2 swamps. Let's take that out. Door to Nothingness is double of each color, which I don't think this deck can just freely do. Although, you know, okay, so we can run up the Beanstalk probably. Why do I not know how to do this? Oh. Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this a lot. It is kind of like a win more card, right? You this doesn't die, and then suddenly all your dragons are stupid and scary. But I don't know. I don't own it. It would not be the first thing I craft. I don't think I can craft it. No, I couldn't craft it if I wanted to, anyways. So, out of the question. Out of the question. Mana Drain. Probably not Mana Drain. Urza's Incubator is probably super disgusting. Yeah, right? Probably. This is interesting. Okay, it's dragon, but not creatures. Hmm. Exile top 2 cards your house library. This is cool. What is... Well, no, I like that still. Okay, maybe Sonic Shrieker is a little out there. This is another random thing that... Oh, maybe I didn't put it in. Okay. Does it look like I put it in? I like this. What's the... Yeah, Dragon Horde? I don't think I like Dragon Horde, though. I don't think we're trying to draw cards. It's not really that crazy. In Call of the Spirit Dragons, I'm not... I don't think that's... I don't think that's a real card. Okay. Do I need 2 islands? Possibly. Mox Jasper still feels unnecessary. Okay, so what is... Dragon Speaker Shaman... I mean, if it just wasn't a creature... Mox Jasper doesn't do anything until, like, turn 5? Let's see, you cast that on turn 3. And then... Okay, so turn 4 or turn 3. It wouldn't do much on turn 3, but let's say we could tap turn 3. I don't think... Man, there's something in my voice. My throat. Okay. So, I don't think Mox Jasper makes the cut here. I really don't. There's like 1 dragon early. There's some changelings you could run that could make this tap for mana earlier. Otherwise, I just feel like I'd be better off playing the other Mox or just anything Ragavan. Even I don't think I like Mox Jasper. I just don't think I like it. I don't think I like it. But other than that, playing Tiamat here. This took a while to put together, but I think this is what it's going to look like to start. It is all in on just ramping into dragons, but not super heavily reliant on Tiamat actually like being the way to get them. I can just sort of have some in hand and just cast them. That's kind of the idea here. One of the most, I wouldn't say super top heavy decks I've played, but up the beanstalk worthy for sure. I think I want room for Tooth and Nail and whatever the enchantment Tooth and Nail is that I can't remember the name of. Both those could probably come in here. Kalia's interesting as well, putting dragons into play earlier than you otherwise have any business doing, but it has to do that. I think it's worth thinking. Yeah, it's probably worth thinking about. Nigglebolas is actually a dragon. That's something I kind of forgot. Someone in chat saying Miriam, or Mirren, the one that copies dragons that enter after that thing is in play, but to me seems aggressively win more. Like, oh, you untapped with your thing that doubles all your dragons, you probably win, I guess. But it itself is just a 6-mana 6/6 flyer, which is, is decent, but I'd rather my cards themselves be the scary thing instead of like, oh, this is only super scary and actually does anything. If I have other cards, we have so many Windmill Slam permanents. I just don't really want to, load up 2 of the same one. Like, instead of Mirren, well, I guess I should just pop the card up so people know what I'm talking about. Oh, I did it again. I can't spell. Wait, did I not? Did I mess it up? Why is it not showing up? That's why, because creature was not filtered. This thing, doubles other creatures. It is a little bit evasive. I think Spark Double is probably more interesting to me, because then you already have a very threatening card, and then you can copy it, as opposed to you have this, and then you need something else to copy. Like, I don't know. I'm not sold on this. You can always get it with Tiamat, right? It's just not worth the craft to me. There's so many dragon options. I'm not looking at that one too heavy. It's also like, yeah, I don't know. I could ramble more about it, but so super heavy into green, then red, and then the other colors are sprinkled in there. I think there's 45 lands. No, 44 lands, yeah. So feeling good about that. Urza's Incubator is pretty disgusting here. And Yeah, I'm not going to go over every dragon, but there are dragons in here. So we'll see what happens. But I think Tooth and Nail, Defense of the Heart, and because of those, it could also run like Gristlebrand and whatnot. But for now, I'm just going to stay in on dragons because that's the name of the game with Golos. Can't forget Golos in your 5-color decks. Or your mono green decks that have the convenience of playing other colors. Okay. I have a habit of flicking my nose. I don't know why. Especially when I'm talking. Well, we got the incubator and we have the swords. Ooh, okay. If ever I was going to keep a hand without Minor Elves, it probably looks like this. So that's pretty cool. Arcane Signet. Ooh, I don't think I put it in my deck. I think I wanted Arcane Signet too. So I need green, okay. I am losing my voice though. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm just getting old. Oh, this is the 5-mana loot. I thought it was the... not that one. Dragon. Do I have a castable dragon? No. Oh, don't counter it. Just let me have my card. Like, once. Once. It's the first card I cast. Okay. No such luck. Alright, so a bunch of random triomes, so I don't have to think. Do 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 do. Can't forget the world tree. Wait, what? Oh, right. I keep forgetting this thing has other stuff on it. How do you not just immediately... What? Okay. More mana. Red. Black. And pass. Probably swords when they go to tap it. Although they can just recast. I mean, I'm still going to do that, but... It's Uncounterable Dragons versus the world. This can bounce my Omen Path. I feel like that's fine, though. Not really bent out of shape about that. That's a rather odd card. So was that, actually. Okay. Wilderness Reclamation, though. I mean, they have to have things that make sense with it, and they really haven't shown me anything that makes sense with it yet, so... Do we play... Yeah, we're gonna try to... Actually, let me lead with this, see what happens. Alright, it just happened. Cool. And then I can play this. Although more mana is better, right? I think we just want more mana. We haven't lost yet, so... It's always nice. They named Phyrexian on their Cavernous Souls. I don't know what that means. Yeah, exhaust is once. One and done. Do I cast my commander? I can cast it twice. I feel like just casting the 6/6 is better here. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, it resolved. I guess I'll delve? I don't know, I mean... Sure. I lose 4. I am close to being no longer alive. But I probably should just play this for the sake of it. At the very least, it gets lands out of my deck that I won't draw. Yeah, you can flicker loot. They just haven't done that. Alright, so they removed my thing. And they killed that, sure. Please play mono what? This lets me cast my commander, because I couldn't cast it before because of the dragon. Well, I mean, I could have, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Alright, so dragons, dragons, dragons. This seems pretty good. So do you, and so do you, and I suppose Nicol Bolas, and this, and yep. Alright, and then we what do we do? Gnawbone, Terror. I think I just play Nicol Bolas. This is 4 damage, so we're not doing that. We just play this. Alright, well, dead to all the blue dumb cards in the game. They only need one of them. They haven't had one yet. Oh, even Ephemerate does it too. But they're thinking, so maybe we're not dead. Wilderness Reclamation really didn't do much here. Kind of surprised. Ooh, Titan of Industry. Okay, so that does have reach. Probably shield counter, and then who knows what else. Alright, again, blowing up my land-based enchantment. Feels a little redundant, but that is the second time they did that. Alright, 2 reach creatures, a little bit less exciting. Block there, yeah. Oh, the Glorybringer gets to untap, though. So, I think we get old Gnawbone value here. This might be a world first. World first treasure tokens off of Gnawbone. Kind of crazy. Putting me to 3. Don't like the feeling of that, but can't really do anything about it. Opponent didn't kill me on my upkeep. That's probably a plus. So red, blue, blue, blue. I want to play Terror of the Peaks. Then I want to play Gnawbone. Kill the Cliff Top Lookout. Right? Yep. I did it. I did it. Opponent never had lethal. They drew either 6 or 9 off of this. Like, they drew a lot of cards. This is actually kind of crazy. All I did was just play dragons until my opponent couldn't do anything. Yeah, Wilderness Reclamation just had nothing going for it. Really, they cycle the Temporal Manipulation. Yeah, just a pile of good cards. Just didn't have any, like, heavy loot-centric stuff going on. If my opponent stole this, it wasn't the end of the world with their invert polarity either. But yeah, we kill this, we swing all out, we Glorybringer Exert to get the shield counter off. They probably blocked the Bone Horde. They could trade with my commander, but it seems unnecessary. You probably just block the Bone Horde, you take 11, I make 11 treasures. And then after that, I think I can play and flip this. Oh yeah, I was sitting real pretty if these cards didn't do anything, and they didn't, so. Interesting first game. Wow. Good start. It was a long, grindy, dragon-based deck. Actually, I had everything I could ever ask for in that one game. I guess we can just stop the stream. So, red. Combat of your turn, create blah, 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 blah. Oh, I forgot to add Arcane Signet. Not the biggest deal, really, but I think I do want that card. So. Oh, this is 5 mana. Unit combat, tokens, copy. Okay, we played against this before. Alright, Fearsome Whelp, get in there. Yeah. That's right. You get in there. You get in there. This cannot get exiled cards. It's 3 or less, too. Man, this really feels like it should be at least 4 or less on the ability. It's such a not great ability. It would be nice if it was 4. Kind of surprised it isn't. What are these emotes? What do you want from me? I don't have any change. There's no way I don't cast this. Black and blue. And I can double Swords to Plowshares. Beginning of combat, create X tokens. Yeah. There's a lot of build-up and setup with my opponent's commander. I'm not really concerned with this specifically. Oh wow, a Zorn. Neat. Don't see that every day. And a treasure card to go with it too. So we named Dragon. Unstoppable. Literally unstoppable. You Oh, this is peak gaming. This is like the best ever. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Oh no, I pulled it out of a pack. Oh no. Oh no. Now I have to put it in my deck. Shoot. Oh no, why'd I have to pull this? Oh, that's so stupid. No. Alright, I'll put it in. Fine. I wasn't gonna craft it. But, I mean, I pulled it, so. Whoop. What was the other card? Arcane Signet, before I forget again. Don't tell me it's already in here. Oh, alright. I was about to say. I'm not that old. Okay, what do we take out? Yeah, it's very not great, but you know what? It worked there. It's literally the best card I played that game. So let's take out Archdruid's Charm, right? It's probably a little goofy there. So is Topiary Stomper. Feels slightly goofy. There's probably better ramp spells than that. What's the new ramp spell that harmonizes? That this works too. No, we're gonna go with Roamer's Routine though, for now. Dragonclaw Strike has not done anything, and that doesn't surprise me. So I think that can come out too. It does trigger up the Beanstalk. It is a 6-mana card. But it requires like a dragon in play, and hitting my opponent for 20 is kind of cool, and killing a creature. But like, if all the dragons are must-answer threats anyways, I don't feel like this is... It just doesn't fit. It also is better off as any removal spell in the entire game, because we're 5 colors before this anyways. So let's take that out. Just take that out. 100% win rate, yep. A dragon deck, yep. No, we won the 2 games we played. Yeah, one of them, I don't know how I won, but my opponent just ran out of answers. I'm just playing a dragon every turn. It just ran out of answers. Ugh. I picked a good day to drink. Let me tell you, I picked a good deck. It's gonna be a good day. Water, drink water. I mean. Oh, that's funny. 100% win rate. Literally can't lose. I bet that was one of you. I bet it was. I bet that was one of you. Don't lie to me. See through your ruse. I don't even think Tiamat's that impressive. I don't think Tiamat is like that devastating. I really don't. Like, look, this matchup feels like a nightmare. So I don't. Okay, this doesn't work. This does, and this. Actually, this is pretty huge. Is it though? Wait, did I lie? No, this is good. Oh, I'm on the... Oh, man. If I was on the play, I'd be really happy. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Okay, they didn't do it. Chat, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Bristly Bill. Well, that's a little annoying, but so is this card, so... I almost named Dinosaur. Could you imagine? Alright, 3 mana Imhinifermer. Seems pretty good. Until we lose to a counterspell. Let us play this. That and pass. Alright, it just snapped, was passed. They have a counterspell, unfortunately. So, red, green, blue. I need black. I'm just not going to cast this. Just not going to cast it. My opponent has a counterspell. So 1, 2, blue, red, green, black, white. Okay, all that works. All of that does work. Opponent doesn't have a land? Oof. That's like the biggest oof. Alright, well, I'm gonna just cast this. They have to counter anything. I have a choice. Of course it's Mana Drain. Why wouldn't it be? Of course it's Mana Drain. Alright, they found a land anyways. I feel less bad. That... What? Oh, okay. It kills my Lander Morels. Or Mystic, whatever. You guys excited for me to lose to a another counterspell? Have ourselves the nonest of games. Destroy all dragon creatures. Cool. Fun and engaging. I'm glad I played that game. Mana Drain. Such a balanced card that belongs in the format. Alright, well, we finally lost. It just took someone to play Mana Drain. In fact, my opponent literally did nothing but play Mana Drain. Like, they skipped lands because Mana Drain was in their hand. That is such a stupid card. Stupid card. Petition to ban. For the 3rd time this stream. Shouldn't exist. Same with Dark Ritual. I think Dark Ritual and Mana Drain are the two that I don't like. I don't actually have a problem with Ragavan. I don't really have a problem with Ragavan, but Mana Drain and Dark Ritual are definitely really, really, really stupid. This is any land type, right? Yep. Alright, it's another Wireward Symbiote deck. So blue or black or green, probably blue. And I can cast it again next turn, and I probably will, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably cast it next turn. Do I? Yeah. I'm not casting this, so... Oh, Golos, you're so stupid. You dirty boy. Good old Golos. Alright, so we get the old, Man, it's been a while since I've cast Golos. Go this card. So Golos is 7 mana to activate. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it's just tapped. An untapped land would be really nice here, but I'm not really sweating it. Would I even spin Golos here? I feel like that's a trap. Okay, my opponent just made the decision for me. If only it was my commander and I could do that every single turn. If only. They can actually pick this up, right? Yeah, they can. They can spam that. A little annoying, but not the end of the world. This is an ancient copper dragon that might actually hit my opponent in the face. I've never done that before. Looks like it is an ancient copper dragon that will hit my opponent in the face. Cool. Unless they play the 1 reach elf. I think it's like a 2-mana 1/1. Seek an elf card or something. Oh, they played another reach. That's stupid. Just let me hit you. So toxic. Well, opponent has done the thing, so I guess I'm gonna never hit my opponent. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Oh my goodness, it's so annoying. Alright. Well, they did not actually activate the Wirewood Symbiote. Huh. They could have just done that forever. Chose not to. Alright, so we got past the infinitely blocking reach creature, which I don't think we should have, but we did. Let's get some dragons. I'm not even really... This deck is great. This is great. I'm surprised how, like... Well, I mean, it doesn't go against Sithis and stuff, so that makes sense. Like, I'm not playing against Keenan. But if I was, you know, you're not really... You don't have the time to do this. But if I'm playing against Tyvar, you know, maybe you do have the time. Sometimes you don't, though. Tyvar can just win. Alright, we did it again. Misplay? I don't think it was that big of a misplay. I really don't think it was that big of a misplay. It's an investment every turn to do that, and it does not solve your problem. It really does. Like, this is a thing now. It's not solving your problem. The reason it's just annoying is because I've never hit someone with Ancient Copper Dragon. Never hit him with it. But, man, imagine it one-shot him. Just roll 20 and just... Actually, I didn't even have to roll 20. It was like 18 or up would have killed my opponent, right? Oh, excuse me. This is the treasure token one. Never mind. Yeah. And then the blue one is card draw. And then Gnawbone is also treasures. Never mind. That was wrong. Yeah. But still, it still stands. I've never hit anyone with this. Never hit anyone. I don't know why I thought it was D20 damage. Oh, it's because I've never hit anyone once, so I don't actually know what the card does. Never actually made contact with the face. Also, evening. Is this the Defender one, or is it the not Defender one? It is not the Defender one. Alright, this is the one I played the Jumpstart thing with. I don't really like this hand, but it has cards in it. So I want black, blue, and probably green, so Sultai. Bloop. Perfect. So, is this cast as a 5-mana card or a 3-mana card? I think it's cast as a 3-mana card. That is a little insane, but sure. What's, I I think this is... Both of these are whatever. Let's just cast this one. It doesn't... I don't think it matters which one I cast. Let's just do one of them. This one lets me cast... If I did this one last turn, I could have done it next turn? Wait. No, I can do it next turn anyways for 5. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Alright, we have stuff. Opponent's doing stuff. I will most assuredly deal with this because that is a very big deal. Or usually it is when I play against it. Let's get an island or a swamp. Let's probably get an island here. Bloop. Dang, I never played against this. My opponent played cards I don't normally see. I mean, even this thing. Kind of cool. Oh, they're even playing lands. This is a Fallout land. I don't know if I've ever seen the Fallout land in Magic Arena. I think the lands are pretty cool. The lands are almost always cool, no matter what the set. Even if I don't like it, I'll give Wizards that one. But this looks really cool. Huh. I wonder what was gonna... wonder what was next. I wonder what was next. Yeah, saving their elf was free, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Some Wirewood gaming. Alright, we're finally against, like, the big bad. It's not the big bad, but it's like me, but better in, like, every way. So. Alright, if I don't draw my own... I did draw my own, so I guess, unfortunately, I have to keep playing. What? Oh, we have Swords of Plowshares. Yep. Wow. Talented. Look at all that. Crazy. How do they do it, chat? How do they do it? Cool. Well, that was a non-game. Triple 1-mana card. Enjoy your 2-second game. Oh, shoot, I have to actually read this. Steal cards, and then do stuff. Alright. Opponent saw a thing. Do I play this? I feel like I don't play it. I think I'd just rather do this here. Yeah, that felt fine. I didn't even read what we were actually up against. Okay, Narfi. Nerfurburburber. That's a pretty good one. Do I cast it here? I think casting this with Shaman is slightly better. So it just discounts these later and yeah. This could just be another ramp spell. It doesn't have to be this card. Because, like, I'm not casting multiple dragons in a turn, usually. Alright, let's play you... We'll play this one. It threatens mana, and that's probably just good. It just, if it swings, I get treasures, and my opponent does not want me to get treasures, so... Ooh, actual zombies. Look at that. Full-on zombies. So do I cast Nicol Bolas? Do I... no, I'm just casting this. I can... Flare... Okay, I made a mistake. Yeah, I made a mistake here. I could have... No, I could not have cast it. Alright, never mind. Not like a... back-breaking mistake, really, but... And do I make a treasure token? Probably... no? No, I'm not making a treasure token, because this makes some of their attacks not good. They bounce their mana rock, and then they cast it. Interesting. Face is the place. What happens when this dies? Stuff. Alright, so we go there. Just take 5 again. There could be a wash away. That would make this turn make more sense to me. They have wash away here. Okay, they do not... Oh, oh, wait, hold on. They can still have it. Okay. So... let's do this. Let's get green. Let's play... this first. Can I do both? Or to tell? Yeah. Nope, I can't. I'm just SOL here. So let's cycle this. Game. Okay. Flipping Nicol Bolas is a thing that will be a thing, so that's pretty cool. Attacking with the zombie's free. I mean, my opponent's gonna block it, but you know what? I'm sending the message. I could have been attacking with it the whole time. Well, they just took it? Okay, fair enough. Altar of the Brood. Okay. Removal spell, correct. Still looking like it's only swinging with the... No, alright. Think I will now block the Jadar. I'd rather not go to 3. Okay, they have 1 card in their hand. This ultimate does actually work in this deck, so it is pretty useful here. Or as useful as I think it is, you know. However useful that is. I don't think they have a counter spell. Yeah, probably would have seen it. Alright, so we have the dragons, but we have to, like, actually cast them. I don't really care about them killing this. I don't even know if that's right to do here. Seems weird, but alright. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should definitely have been grabbing this specific dragon more. It's probably not been the best idea. Swing with that. It can't block anyways. Just cash this in before they cast River's Rebuke or something off the top. Oh, I guess I would just die, actually. Yeah, this is a really good dragon to grab every time, isn't it? Didn't really think about that. Zombies get large and in charge. Alright. Alright, so opponent might be in for some pain here. But we'll see. Oh yeah, no wait, yeah, they're just... It's not looking good here for the opponent. I will say that. It's not looking good. Oh man, every time I play this, it's Xaxes. Every time I play it. Every time. They can reanimate their commander for 3, so killing it was probably a bit useless. I'm not going to lie. But we can't go back. We can't go back on our decisions in life. We can only go forward. It is what it is. Probably doesn't matter. They're just, I mean, it's a one-turn clock no matter how you slice it, right? Oh, let me ultimate, please. Let me ultimate. Come on, I've never done it. I've literally never ultimated it. Yes. Alright. They didn't let me kill them with the Terror of the Peaks triggers, but that's okay. I got the dragons in play. Oh, look at that. I finally did it. This is one of my favorite commanders, and I've never actually used its ultimate. Like, I've only done the plus and the minus. It's just, you know, rug, card draw, Manamorphose spam. Sometimes you make 4/4 that blocks. I just love the plus and the minus 2 here so much. But yeah, a deck that can actually use the dragons is great. I'll have to definitely play this as a commander at some point soon again. Because the last time I played it was just extra turn, teamer control kind of thing, which right up my alley, but hey, so are dragons. Dragons are, they're doing things right now. This is great. This is great. Alright, we're 6-0. Or, in layman's terms, 6 and Mana Drain. Oh, wait, no. 6 in Mana Drain Swords of Plowshares. So. See, I remember. Okay. I think I played against this person yesterday. Alright, Incubator and on the play is disgusting here. Like these 3 cards. I could probably just mulligan to 5, honestly. I do need all my colors, though. We have this thing. Mana Rock. Hey, there it is. See, you can't play this without this. You literally can't do it. Undoable. So, Breeding Pool, Flare. For Island Swamp. No 4. No 2 into 4, please. No 2 into 4, please. No 2 into 4. Come on. Okay. Alright. Take that. 2 into 4 would have been, you know, what you really want to do all the time. Alright. Opponent didn't have it. Oh, Arcane Signet doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Do you think our opponent knew that just now? You think they just figured that out? You think my opponent, like, just pieced that together this very game? Or do they not realize and, like, they just played this anyways? I think they shame conceded. I think that's what happened. I almost missed it. Yeah, Signet doesn't work in this deck. But hey, that's the philosophy, right? Just to confirm every time I see it, you must play a 2-mana Mana Rock when you play a colorless deck. You have to do this every game. There's no question about it. You must always have one of these. I guess I should have specified all of them except this one. I baited this random person who may have watched my video into running that. Without specifying, don't play that one specifically. Well, now they know. Or they don't. Have a good rest of my stream. Don't tell me what to do. Ooh, it's Elspeth. So the games against this haven't lasted very long. I can't remember what happened last time, actually. Land, rampant growth. Man, I love rampant growth. I'm pretty sure all versions of rampant growth are like super cheap on paper. What's the earliest one? Is it Mirage? Wow, land tax on the play. Tragic, I trigger it, huh? Super tragic. Do I trigger this? Yeah. Because if I don't, it's insane to not do that, right? Like, land tax just means you play a land every turn. That's all it is. You just don't miss your land drop. I think that's okay. I mean, there's a reason I'm not playing it. I don't think I'm putting it in here. I guess if you're a black deck, you can also reanimate things, because you usually go to discard very quickly. Opponent is going to go ahead and do that right now. Yeah, there was no way I'm getting cute with land tax. It's just ridiculous. Do I want to double forest? I want to just play on curve here, right? So blue, red is probably the land. Oh no, I don't have blue, red. Oof! Alright, so blue, red in the form of a triome then. And we just cast rampant growth, getting mountain? Yeah, because we have an island. Yeah, I don't have steam vents. Don't have steam vents. So we get mountain, right? That's what we established? Yeah. Although I do actually need a swamp. Maybe this was foolish. I need double red, though. I don't know. I think just playing mana we're going to get there eventually anyways. It's not that big of a deal. Famous last words. No 1 or 2 mana creature. I mean, they had a 1-drop, but... Whenever another creature enters, scry 1. If it's the second time, draw. Adorable. Alright, so we drew that. Do we play it? I think I'm just going to put this in play. Go ahead and do that real quick. It has Ward 4, so they can't do anything about it. What does this do when it hits you? Brainstorm? No. Fewer than 3. Okay. I can't cause that, so. I would love them to just like greedily pass the turn and then me just not swing. That would be nice. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen though. That is kind of insane, but I like it. I like it. Looks like there's a 1-minute spell. Who wants to take a guess at what it is? Who wants to guess, chat? Okay. Sure. I don't believe I was casting... Oh, no, I was. Alright, never mind. Bloop. There's no way you let me hit you, right? Wow. That's deep. That is deep, chat. Alright, so we play this tapped, and I still feel completely fine. I have seen someone accidentally land tax all their lands out, and then not have lands. Opponent only got 2 lands there. They only got 2 lands there. Interesting. Maybe this is someone who has, in fact, drawn other lands and ruined their life before. So they're not doing it this time. Crux of Fate's looking dummy thick, to put it mildly. I mean, you didn't block, so yeah, you're swinging. They did not commit a removal spell before I untap. You have to block. Yeah, what do I mean, what are we doing here? So I'm gonna get rid of the Gatherer because I'm not done. I don't. Oh wait, hold on. I need black mana, don't I? Tragic. I don't actually have any black mana. Yeah, tragic. Actually tragic, like super tragic. Okay, if that's the case, is this a dragon spell? It's not. It doesn't work. I don't think you can name Omen. I don't think it's a type. Blowing this up makes no sense. Okay, I'll just play this as a 4/5. I think that's completely fine. It gains some life. It blocks. I don't need more forests. It only finds forests, so this is fine. Opponent floats mana. Okay. Now they get 3 lands again. They got 2 last time. How the kids say, Monka sus. More card draw. Sure, yep. Makes sense to me. When this enters, destroy an artifact or enchantment, so probably end up blowing that up. Created blah 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 with blah. Although, as it stands, when you cycle this cat, you control... Wait, this is a cat deck? No, it isn't. Exert, make a token. Okay. I don't see any attacks. Oh, okay. Opponent sees an attack here. Let me go ahead and bloop. What is this? A flicker? Okay. Just a trade. I would like to kill this welcome, though. I know it's a little weird to not just Crux of Fate, but I'm not dying, so I'm just not really concerned about stuff. Though playing this would be pretty ideal here. I think I'm going to go to combat first, though. I think they'll probably end up blocking again, but I'm going to just obviously force it. Okay. Three lands again. Opponent has Sent the Plains. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. This has to exile a non-land. So it gets rid of Legion's Landing. And then this... Okay. Doubles tokens. It did not kill a dragon. I don't know if that... Is that a good idea? Probably. It's probably fine. Wow, you don't swing with the angel? What kind of long game are we trying to play here? That's weird to me. That's weird. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna... Yep. You didn't swing at the angel, so I'm gonna do this. I would kind of like to see a Swords of Plowshares here. Would be alright with that. So let's take you. Man, this discounter is pretty dope. I did grab a black card that I still don't have black mana. I don't believe I'm dead this turn, but I mean, I'm gonna want the Crux of Fate to be like a card, and it's not a card right now, so kind of annoying. Well, I can get 2 swamps, but that doesn't do anything. Tear of the Peaks, boom boom. Yeah, alright. I just didn't draw black mana, so I lose a game. I could have had 1 black source this game, if I, like, paid more attention. But that's not double black for Crux of Fate, so wasn't going to get me there. Oh well. Yeah, I gave my opponent so much time. So much time. Like, we were staring at him play cards. Yeah, we just... I don't know, I feel like I finally lost the game for real, though. It's fair enough. I was overdue for it. Overdue. Kalia? Alright, Kalia. Come on. Come on, Kalia. One time. One time. Let's do this. Black, red, white. Red, white. No, red, blue? Because I have white in hand? Yeah, okay. Kalia is a very tall ask. Very tall ask. But it is possible. Wait, what? What just happened? Oh, I just can't cast spells? Sure. I've been seeing those cards a lot more. I mean, it doesn't stop me from playing a land. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them, really. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just not sold on those cards. This costs 5. It does fly. It's a 5/7. I can't swing past it. So Kalia is no longer in the option pool. But you know what is? Sarkhan. This doesn't have haste, does it? No. Okay. Opponents can't cast spells on your turn, sure. And a 0/13. Alright. Cool. Very cool. Let's get a... this thing. Suppose I'm gonna Glorybringer my opponent's voice here? Although killing Avacyn's Pilgrim, unfortunately, is just good, but I didn't do that, so... $25. Okay. This thing. I can't kill my opponent's commander. Could just be dead here. I don't know. Bloop, 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 bloop. And probably just plus to threaten that. Oh, Cultivate's good. Is that better than this Dragon Whelp? I don't think it is. Oh, I can do both. Never mind. It doesn't mean I have to tap the Mystic. Probably doesn't matter that much. Who knows? It probably does. I don't know. Probably does. Discard 3 cards. Oof. Alright. Okay. So I have to block the tree, but I don't die. This seems like a completely insane attack to me. So we'll see what happens here. Just don't really like that attack. Even with the heroic intervention, I don't think I like that attack there. I could be wrong, but like you know about Terror of the Peaks here. So, I don't know. And I'm also not just dead. So, alright, we'll see. So we play this, we draw a card. We play this. Wait, we play a land first, and then we play this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. This is for 10. This is going here. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Again, perfect. Look at that. Yep. Yeah. Interesting. I've never gotten Tree of Perditioned before. I didn't think I would ever see this card get to 40, but you can see what it took for this card to get to 40. And fortunately, the 40 isn't that crazy, but we lost half our life total, which, you know, at that point doesn't matter too much. If you can shrink this back down, it's funny. But yeah, I just didn't quite get there. Killing this, I think, in that other turn where I could have killed it instead of this card might have been a better idea. I don't know, because this is just better than most 3-drops. So it was an argument to doing that, but I didn't, and we still got there. Yeah, cool. Dragons. Dragons. Could I have killed my opponent? Could I have just sent it face? I don't know. I haven't been thinking about just Terror of the Peaksing my opponent for like 20. I haven't been thinking about that. Suppose it's something to think about, though. Could be thinking about that more. Alright, I'm going to take out this card because it's not ever going to do anything. Indestructible is actually pretty nice, though. I don't think it's come up. No, not really. I don't know. Let's keep it in for now. What hasn't worked? Kalia has not worked. It could just be another dragon instead. Another... Because we're a 4-color deck. 5-color deck, we can play anything we want. I'm sure there's just a really good card that's not on my radar, because I have to assess every card in the game. I don't know what that is, though. Ajani works. We're a ramp deck. We can run Tooth and Nail. Can run that other one. Can run Overwhelming Splendor can work here. Solitude? No, not really Solitude. Not really Solitude. Leyline Binding. Mana Drain. Tamiyo. Phantasmal Image. Splendor. I mean, if it was up to me, it'd probably be Splendor. Unfortunately, it is up to me, isn't it? Oh no. Jace. Extra turn. Expropriate? Was that 9 mana? We could just run Expropriate. I mean, I don't know if we have, like, drawing it, though. Could run a Cyclonic Rift, River's Rebuke, another Dragon. Dark Ritual is not in here. It's not the most Dark Ritual friendly deck, though. Gravepack, Davriel. Davriel discounts all generic mana by 1 on top of the black thing. Does he? Am I lying? I think I lied. I don't think it works that way. I think I lied. I don't think the black mana is discounted inside of generic mana. Unless it is. But I don't think it is. He's the only card in like the game that does that, so I don't know. Virtue? Virtue works with everything we're trying to do. So does Portal to Phyrexia. I think Virtue's fine. Chandra is fine. Blood Moon can be accommodated. I just don't really want to play Blood Moon. Defense of the Heart would have been... Am I using any of the Dragonstorm Commander cards? No, I don't think so. Not right now. I don't own any. And I think there's like 3 that are... No, there's only like 2 that would probably go into this deck of the 5. Oh no, there's only 4 now, right? Because one of them got killed. Nope, I lied. There's 5. I lied. I think there's 2 that make any sense. This one... I don't even like this one. Yeah, it really is just 1. Maybe... Wait, is it this one? This one's alright. This one's alright. Okay, so the most part is just like 1. If you were going to put one in here, it'd be this one. We could put it in here. I mean, we could just put it in here. I plan to play this as a commander at some point, so, I mean, I might as well craft it now. But, like, is between this card and Atraxa... I don't know. This is a dragon card. Fine. What card did I just put in? I can't even remember. Oh, Virtue. I think Virtue's still worth it. We have, what, how many lands? 44 lands? I could be stupid and do the thing where I take lands out. Sarkhan is hard to defend. Are one of these just like totally Shiko? Okay, what does Shiko do? Ramp spells and specifically Swords to Plowshares, and that is it. It's ramp spells and swords. And we already Shiko'd 4 Swords of Plowshares and won that game. So maybe we've gotten all the value we're going to get out of a Shiko. It's also 5 mana instead of like 4 or something. This card is just so weird. I don't know why this is a mythic. The ability to copy permanents is pretty valuable. Alright, let's run you, Ureni. Wait, what? 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 What's happening? Chat. Chat. Help. What? Why can't I craft it? Can't be crafted using wildcards? How do you get them? How do you get these cards? Okay. Well, there goes that. I don't know. Omnath has some interesting takes in here. Timeless Lotus is funny. They said not until alchemy. Oh, didn't know that. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Wouldn't even know where to go to learn that information. But alright. Chromanticore is a pretty out of nowhere scary thing that could just happen to you. I feel like this works, but it's just so goofy. Yeah, I don't think we're doing that. I'd run a dragon before I run that. So I'm kind of thinking about a Traxa here. Assassin's Trophy is interesting. What's another? Another. You got demolished 4 games in a row. Demolished as in lands blown up? Like, demolish? Explore... No, there's planar cleansing now. You have to really run this first. But planar cleansing is blue, right? Sometimes I just don't have blue and green. Oh, excuse me. Sometimes I can't planar cleansing, but Explore is definitely very easy to cast. Definitely not Growth Spiral. Although I really do prefer planar cleansing. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, let's do planar cleansing. Okay. Oh boy. I sat in the deck builder too long, I started getting sleepy. Alright, this hand sort of skips right over Gilded Goose. That's alright, though. Unless it isn't. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes you just win anyways. Love to see it. Good times. It would also explain why I've never played against any of the Commander Tarkir things, because you can't play them. At least it isn't like you can only get them by buying them with your real-life currency. That's nice. So Rampant Graith, yes. Rampant Growth into Incubator is a good thing, so... So, Jund, green, green, white, anything, black, so blue. Kind of a weird commander, but it is just teamer. Just teamer nonsense, right? So we can cast our commander next turn. White, green, blue, black, red. Yeah, we can. We can do that. I feel like they have a counter spell, though. Maybe they just don't cast it. Right. If that's the case, we will do this first. So Flare is interesting. Could just cast Flare. It sort of offsets my opponent's counterspell here. Yeah, this actually works out. I'm doing a pretty good job at playing around the nonsense, doing it this way as well. Yeah, this makes sense. So blue and green, we could get a red and anything. So just red and anything. Yeah, I like that. I'm not running into problems this way. Okay, they did have a bounce spell. Not really that big of a deal. Urza's Incubator, the turn you cast it, costs 1 mana. If you are to cast a dragon. Now, the key to the archive, there could be counterspell again. I mean, it is what it is at this point. 1, 2, 3. Red, red. Yep, we're fine. We could run Faithless Looting, too. Helps smooth out the draws a little. Although that's not really a big deal. Red, red. Okay, I didn't allow myself Swords to Plowshares here. Maybe a mistake. I'm still gonna cast this. We're beyond the point of respecting anything. Did not cast their commander yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have more mana than I do, too. What the heck cracks a fetch land here? Okay, so they just sort of... Okay. Opponent lost a forest. This is Primeval Titan or something? I mean, Eldrazi, whatever. Alright, so randomly generated 1 through 8. Bedlam Reveler is one of them. That does lose your hand, right? Risen Reef, I can't see how many other elementals. How come Bedlam... I don't see Bedlam... Oh, there it is. It's like, where's Bedlam Reveler? Oh, of course, their last 2 cards are lands. Yep. Fascinating. Does any of this matter? Okay, well, I drew that, so I guess the answer is no. They do have a dragon, though. Deals damage on the next show. They do have a dragon. Probably okay, though. I think it's the right thing to do to sweep the board. As best of my abilities to sweep the board. So, I'll go ahead and do that. These are conjured, so this still exists. Whenever this creature attacks, sack a creature. Yeah. Chandra, what is that? Flesh Shaper? Flame Shaper. Flesh Shaper would be like a black card. Create tokens, copy a creature you control, so they can send 6 additional. Hopefully they try to. That'd be ideal. I feel like they would. It is a 2-turn clock. Probably should, actually, yeah. Is it 2-turn clock? Come on, opponent, do it. Do it. Alright, worked out. Worked out. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, I don't think my opponent is actually a Borborygmos deck. I think that's just in the command zone so they can play trash tier opponents. Like, this doesn't actually do anything. They're just putting it there so they have bracket trash opponents. Is this any land? No. Oh, wait. Basic land type. Okay. So you, and then these two. So where's you can do on combat image? $12. Okay. Yep, my opponent was just playing like trash tier commander that doesn't matter, just so they have stronger matchups. So whatever. Whatever. I could beat that though. Just perfect counter spells, perfect interaction. Nothing I can do. But it is beatable. Let's name blue here. Let's get red green, I think. Yeah. Oh, or not. My opponent said lands, am I right? And then roped me out. Not sure why. Kind of weird. Oh, wait, no, they're back. So let's take red, green. Go ahead and get blue, white with this. I don't understand why this deck always has Mana Drain. This is the third time I played against it, and it's the third time they had Mana Drain. I don't know what to tell you. Kinda ridiculous. Let's get you, and you? They get rid of a forest. I'm not gonna swing, right? No reason to. Like that. They don't get to steal anything. They would have stole something if I named a different number. So I can play this, hit them for 4, get 4 treasure tokens. Have 1, 2... Then I can cast Derber Boo. So we got a Gnawbone trigger. World first. It's always nice. 2 giant things in play. They don't have unblockable yet. Alright, so there's a very good chance they find it in some capacity. What does this flip into? Nicol Bolas doesn't flip in anything relevant. Cool. Yeah, I just needed one thing to go right there. Nothing went right. I mean, it's the third time, the literal third time I played against it, and it had Mana Drain all 3 times. I don't know. Maybe that deck just, maybe the commander's just terrible, and you just mulligan for that one card every game. Kind of the vibe I'm getting. You just keep blitzing for Mana Drain. So they should take Rampant Growth, but something's telling me they're probably going to take Virtue and feel bad. No, my opponent actually did the right thing. Cool. Look at that. Nope, maybe not. Come to find out, Thoughtseize bug. Oh, that wasn't Thoughtseize. Never mind. Yeah, they can't Thoughtseize this anyways. Alright. Get schmeated. Get scammed. One scam deserves another, I guess. I got scammed last game. Get scammed some in the next game. Equals out. That is just straight up Avacyn. If they play Avacyn, I might not reliably ever hit my opponent in the face. Terror of the Peaks can maybe not care about that, though. I feel like I mulligan this. Fine. Temple Garden? The old Stifle, the Mana Tithe of my, nope. Mana Tithe my fetch land. I wouldn't be upset. Hey, that's a card. I can do that. Black. I guess I just will, so I just do something. I got pretty decent cards. I mean, these are alright. Yeah, sure. I can actually cast Karn. Suppose I will. Oh, that changes things, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Just play this. Plus. Opponent gives me probably the... Oh, yeah, maybe that was giving me the land. And then I probably crack this Delighted Halfling. It is colorless, which is annoying in this matchup. Let's get black. And another green. Maybe red. That's black in play. Goldspan Dragon. Sarkhan. Ramp Spell. I have a bunch of options. I will have to deal with Avacyn this game. Oh, really? I feel like maybe doing this later would be better. I don't think I like doing it right now, but okay. Is what it is. Let's play Migration Path. I could just play Sarkhan, make a 4/4. Could just do that. I could just do this as well. This is a ramp spell too, so this probably is just right. This probably makes more sense. Wow. Alright, we got a Solitude out of our opponent for this too, which is really nice. I think that is a very reasonable trade. Because if I minused the Sarkhan, I would have lost everything. They can reanimate the Solitude now, but I just don't think I care about that. Don't think I care about that. I can accommodate that by playing anything that's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can't cast Sarkhan because of the tax on the thing, so it makes my turn pretty easy. White, and it doesn't matter because we have World Tree, so that doesn't matter. What is that thing? Is it a cat? Looks like a cat. I'm not sure. If I can beat Avacyn as a card. I don't know. So I know. Oh, I tapped double red. Chat, why do I even exist? Why do I exist? Alright, that doesn't do anything, that doesn't do anything, doesn't do anything. You doesn't do anything. You and you. Oh, I tapped my red mana. I'm so stupid. Oh, it's so annoying. That is just ridiculously annoying. It just auto-tapped my red land. Alright, let's get rid of these two. I don't think it's the worst thing that could have happened, but it is pretty annoying. So, not too many answers to Avacyn, but it is maybe my opponent's only flyer could be beneficial. Opponent decided to just straight up not cast their commander. I don't know if I agree with this in any way. Could they have cast it? Yes. Don't think I agree with that. Is Felia good here? Is that like... Is that the whole reason to do what they did? I guess it is. I mean, you don't get the card until your end step, so... Okay, my opponent cast Teferi's Protection. I'm not sure why they did that now. That seems completely unorthodox to me. So we play this. We have 6 left. Oh, okay, so Felia flickers Solitude infinitely, because I can't kill Felia because it's indestructible now? Okay, yeah, they just have, like, potato degen nonsense now. Alright. Ordinarily, I think that would be beatable. Avacyn is definitely beatable, but when you have, like, the best card in your entire deck to go with it, it's not really beatable anymore. Yeah. If I drew Swords of Plowshares, I was fine, though. I definitely had a ton of ways to not lose that. I just didn't have them. It would have helped to discount my... No, it wouldn't have. No, if I did play my discount Drake a turn earlier, it wouldn't have changed anything. Flipping Nicol Bolas also wouldn't have done anything. Alright, yeah, I had no outs. I had no outs given the sequence of cards that both of us had access to. There was no outs amongst them. No outs. Alright, so this is a very risky keep. But we're against a green deck, so I like it. Okay. They did not swing with their Llanowar Elves. Don't know why. Again, doesn't swing. Don't know why. So do I kill their O'Hare or do I kill Llanowar Elves? I probably kill their O'Hare, right? So I need black and definitely green. Oh, I can't play it because it's, yeah, never mind. Just can't play it. Alright, so now we're just banking on O'Hare not being stupid, I guess. When has that ever worked out? Alright, whatever. Game's over. Yep, just wasting my time at this point. Like I said, either Llanowar Elves wins the game for us, or it dies and we lose. Yep, just kind of had a non-game there. If either of our Minidorks died, the game just ends on the spot. That's the price we pay when we want to play a deck like this, though. It's not really that bad. It's gonna happen. You could definitely accommodate that by just playing more like interaction, but then it sort of takes away from what I'm trying to do here quite significantly. What is this? A bunch of text that I don't really care about. Cool. When this dies, target creature you don't control, blah, 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 blah. Sure. Let's do that. This. Oh, so they just instantly have the perfect answer for my Llanowar Elves. Cool. Suppose I wanted to block that. Yeah. Suppose I did want to block that. Probably not the biggest deal, honestly. I really don't think it is. So, kill their commander. I don't have to play Incubator next turn. Is it... I don't know what's better. That's annoying. That was pretty annoying draw. Okay, fine. It's looking like another game where I just, like, lose because Llanowar Elves died. Okay, play this, play this. No, I need to do this. So. One, two, three, four, five. Is that Battle Cry? No. Probably way too slow here at this point. A land was decent. Do I play ramp? I probably just play it's. This is slightly better than the Incubator, I think. So let's go ahead and play that. This is a spot where I'd want like sweepers in my deck and whatnot. I don't think I can hide behind one dragon a turn. It would take cards. Why does it insist on tapping the wrong stuff? Jeez, it's like so obvious I don't want to tap that. Okay, I think I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm just dead anyways. I don't know what I'm doing. Nothing matters. Just wasting my time here. Just wasting my time. Yep. Well, it's the second game in a row I just lost because my opponent killed my mana dork. That's it. The game was just done there. I probably should have just conceded, honestly. I don't know why I played it out. My chances of winning go down by like 20%. But they start at like 65. But then it goes down to like 40. 25%. You know, 65% with it, 40% without. No in between. No in between. Gyruda does have a lot of good hits in my deck, which is kind of tragic. Bit tragic. So, Teamer, white and black. Let's get you. Oh! Whoops. Alright, fortunately that doesn't actually break the bank, but that was awkward. Let's do this. Now let's get planes and just sack the planes, right? Okay. It actually just worked out fine, but still a bit of an oopsie there. So, 2 triomes. Let's get these 2. Play that. So, my dragons can be indestructible this game. I don't know if that's good against Gyruda. I don't think it is. I feel like it's just not ideal against this deck specifically. I can play this. I probably should. Ooh, maybe not. I don't know. Let's just play the new card. I haven't played it yet. Haven't played it yet. But just because they're indestructible doesn't mean they're in play. Massacre Worm? That's weird. Notion Thief. Alright, that doesn't do anything against me. Which is funny. It has flash. They did not have to just windmill slam it there. They could have waited. I feel like maybe waiting would have been slightly beneficial. So, because it's indestructible... Actually, you know what? If we do this, we don't get... Jeez, this is really hard. Oh my goodness. Both my options are miserable. Alright, fine. Let's do this. Pull some dragons out. Opponent can't steal them and whatnot. So, you... Take the even ones. Even... or I should say take the even relevant ones and care not for the rest. That's fine. Alright, bask in my 1/1 indestructible. Bask in its glory. Not too many hits in my deck anymore. And who knows what they do. Opponent gets nothing. They double whiff. Double whiff. Which is to be expected, honestly. There's not a lot of hits in my deck, and I don't know about theirs, but let's go here. It's a 2-turn clock. Actually, I probably could have swung for another treasure. I think I can cast my whole hand anyways, but probably was fine to just do that anyways. Do I kill their commander? I should, right? I should do that. Probably. Go ahead and do 10 there. I have 5 birds. Land. Yeah, they can't recast their commander, so there's no spark double nonsense here. Yeah, let's just get these treasure tokens out of the way before I get, like, rebuked. Does that stack? Does the whelp stack its trigger? It says ×2. Oh, it does. Okay, it does. Oh, look, it's River's Rebuke. Who would have guessed? No way. Actually insane. Mind-boggling. So... no haste. Play the whelp? I can play a fetch land and... yeah, let's do that. Ooh, I don't want to shock myself. Ooh, don't want to shock myself. Too late. All in. Suppose 1 damage is free enough. This is lethal in play, though. I think the swing might have been unnecessary. Like to see that, though. Like to see that. So, Golos is interesting. Is it? Eh, not really. I'm going to cast it, though. I could get Cavernous Souls, but at this point I'm just going to not get Cavernous Souls. Opponent is hanging in there by by a thread. Sure. I notably do not have lethal in play, right? Nope. They can clone Golos? Probably should. I mean, if that's the best thing you're doing, maybe it's not a big deal, but you gotta do what you gotta do. They can do it twice as well. I don't know if they want to do it twice. Probably. Yeah, they have Spark Double. I don't see why they wouldn't do it twice. I can't kill both of them either, so... Alright, they got a Surveil land first, so I don't think they're going to do it again. They did? Alright, so they just jacked up their surveil land for no reason. They also kept the card on top, which obviously not ideal at all in any way. So I can get 5 treasure tokens, so this nets 1 mana essentially. I can sweep their board. Probably going to wind up having to do that. Do I do it pre-combat? Does that let me push more damage? Can I do it pre-combat? I can? Okay. Look at that. The old phantasmal image trigger. World first. So treasure tokens for days, and indestructible on my board seems ideal. The rest of my board state not terribly relevant, so I'll just fetch more lands. Again, if lethal is in play, not really gonna... Oh wait, I don't want to pull lands out of my deck because they might randomly steal a good card. No, I don't think that's worth it. That's not worth it. No. Can't convince me. I'm still gonna just pull lands out of my deck. Just gonna do that. I know it pulls, like, a sizable chunk, but their Garuda will have to be just completely bonkers to really do anything here. And this has to be worth it. I don't think it can win, though. I don't know. There's no haste threats that do anything. They can have a giant board of whatever. It just... I don't think it can swing, and... It's their entire turn, too, to just cast that, so... They did not need a land to do that. Okay, this copies... Sure, and that deals not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 damage. They only killed 1 creature. They could have killed 2. It was free to kill the... Oh no, they're indestructible. They are indestructible, chat. Forgot how my own card worked. We almost won with this. Let it be known. Let it be known. We were 1 dragon away, which we had in hand, to actually win the game with the 5 things on the bottom here. You would have to pay attention, though. I don't think I was paying attention there to see, like, alright, this is the green one, this is the red one, because I don't know if it tells you somewhere on the screen. Because they wouldn't let me, like, click this one for the first click or whatever, so obviously the first one wasn't red. But you gotta do 5 unique creatures to do the thing. But yeah, we would have won with that. But this is kind of what I was saying when the card came out. Like, you don't need this. Look at your board state. You have indestructible dragons. You know, like, the only reason that thing on the bottom is there is because your theoretical gummed up board state of your indestructible 5+ dragons has not killed your opponent yet. So, it's there to, like, break the ice and break the tie of you're staring at your opponent that you, for some reason, aren't swinging for lethal at. Yeah, but without a ton of crazy things in our deck anymore, this is a lot less scary. And when my opponent's on the ropes like that, they can't really go for it and block a bunch of flying. Even if I didn't... Let's say I did not have indestructible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 8 damage, and I can do it twice. This is 10. This is 4. 7. So it's 16 damage. We can kill these 3. Have a 10-10. I can't block it. Excuse me, I can't swing past it, really. Yeah. Oh, no. We have Terror of the Peaks. Right, we just play this and send 7 to face. Is this any creature or dragons? It's any creature, yeah, so we have 7... plus another 8 if 15 in hand. Just... Yeah, alright, never mind. They were just always dead. They were always dead. always dead. Fighting and biting. Oh, wow. What was the other achievement I got? What was this? Discard 120 cards. Well, got it without... Alright. Alright, we're done. We're done. I had actually quite a good time with this deck. Okay, so I really liked this a lot. The matchups I was against made me like it even more, so that was pretty huge. I enjoyed wherever this was placed. It just felt very good. Windmill slamming dragons and asking your opponent to deal with them is hilarious, especially when you don't have Tiamat early and you're just casting a dragon, you know, and eventually they can't answer a dragon, and then that dragon is a problem. I could probably run slightly more dragons. You are a 5-color deck, so you can play whatever you want. I had Golos in here. Call of the Spirit Dragons, not necessary. I think I talked about this enough. I'm not going to harp too hard on that one. But for the dragons specifically I had in here, I was pretty satisfied with all of my options. You know, there weren't like 25 options. Actually, how many were there specifically? There were 17 dragons. I don't know if that's counting this commander, but there's 17 dragons. Fearsome Whelp was very satisfying. I don't think I got this in the first few games where I might have wanted to do that, forgetting it like existed as a dragon. But discounting the rest of the dragons in your hand is pretty good when you know there's 4+ dragons in your hand to discount. Urza's Incubator is absolutely disgusting. Not really a surprise, but, you know. The other one, what is it? This one is just as good. It just requires 2 red in play, and that can be hard. Actually, I might have had maybe 1 too many mountains in here. I could have probably got another fetch land or a shock land, an off-colored shock land here. I think I had all the triomes, or I ended up... No, I took some out. Anything that wasn't green ended up coming out in the mana base, really, because green is always your best color, right? It's just... We're at that point, right? Especially in a slower 5-color deck that wants to ramp. I mean, green, you just have to do that. Losing my voice. Could run Mana Drain. I could list off basically every single good card in the game because we are 5 colors. So you really gotta just know what you want to play. This is just what I landed on. But certain things you... like Wash Away would have made sense. Just the ones that really would have made sense, like Mana Drain, Wash Away, probably Dark Ritual, and I could run more 3 mana cards if I put in Dark Ritual. They don't even really have to be black cards, but you know, you could sprinkle some in. What's the Black Market Connections or Underworld Connections, whatever it's called? That one could just simply slide in without Dark Ritual. I had the 3-mana Sarkhan in here, the double red, whatever, but I ended up adding Overlord instead because this feels more powerful by like a lot. I don't know. The 3-mana Sarkhan also struggles to stay alive, I would say. I didn't really give it a chance, but if I were to, it comes in an awkward point in the game too when you're going 1 into 3, right? Sprawl into Cultivator, whatever. It doesn't play too nicely with that, and it doesn't protect itself too well, so I don't know. Could do Final Parting, Reanimate, Tooth and Nail. There's really a lot of ways to go with 5-color, just like the First Sliver. You could just play the First Sliver with 12 dragons in your deck, so whatever First Sliver list you enjoy playing, that's obviously not actually slivers, just typical 5-mana, you know, 5-color deck, good stuff pile, Cascade. You could just do that with... Shoot, you could run 5 dragons, you know? You just run 5, maybe 6 or 7 to be safe, and call it a day. And then just be the First Sliver pile on top of that. I think one thing beyond just Crux of Fate here, one thing I kind of wish I had more of, and I don't know how I would do it, but just maybe more board wipes, because some matchups where I feel like I was gonna win. I just, if I had any sweeper in my deck, I was like, oh, I'll just cast this, I would have won. There was sometimes double black was actually hard to hit, but that's another issue. So board wipes probably could come in here, especially when you're not playing too many creatures before you play Tiamat. You could even play like the damage-based sweepers that actually don't kill a fair amount of your dragons, and those are fine as well, because you only really need the sweepers for the kind of smaller mid-rangey things. You don't really need them for your opponent's 10-10s and stuff. Well, I mean, it would be nice, but at that point, you probably have a bunch of big dragons in play, or you're just dead anyways. So, it's not like, oh, I'm going to run a sweeper because my opponent might have a 10-10 on turn 7 or something. Like, you might have just died anyways, or you're contesting the 10-10 with your own board state. So it's really just for, like, the turns 1 through, like, 5, 6-ish is where you would like the sweeper to hose the board. And I'm sure there's a way to accommodate your own creatures so you don't blow them up. However, if you do have your creatures and you are in a position where you need to blow up your own creatures, you are probably losing anyways, right? You're losing because you needed to cast the sweeper. That's, you're thinking about casting it because you're not winning the game. And so the creatures in play weren't helping you win on your side, so you're willing to cast the sweeper there. Now that logic is less applicable, in my opinion, when you're playing like a 1-2-3 drop sort of beatdown deck, maybe some 4s. I see sweepers in decks like that. I'm like, well, you didn't. If that sweeper was another creature that just got you over the finish line, you might have been happy. But you just have like a farewell in your white weenie deck for some reason. I don't think this is that case. I don't think the case. This is different when your threats start at like 5, or some in 4, but like 5 and up. I think running board wipes is perfectly reasonable. So that's one thing I would probably finagle a way to get in here to make sense. And the last thing I'll talk about is, I guess, the lands. So they all the dual colored lands for the most part want it to be green at least. So all the non-green lands that tap for more than one color. If none of those colors are green, I'm not super big on it. There's a lot of red in here, or a fair amount of red, which is kind of funny. You love the fro? Oh, thank you. I love it too. It's kind of funny because usually red is the least prolific color in your 5-color deck, or even your 4-color deck, or even your 3-color deck. If red is like one of the last colors you're really looking at least in my opinion, outside of a Lightning Bolt Ragavan. But some of, if not the like best dragons, are kind of red, right? There are some other really good ones, but like the core thing is red, but dragons are inherently like red, so that would make sense. So it's kind of cool to see that. I won't lie. It's cool to see a 5-color deck actually. This isn't a dragon, but I actually never played. I never even seen a Tali. That's funny. But you can't tutor it with Tiamat, right? Still just ridiculous, in my opinion, in this deck. Anyways, so it's cool to see that. I like all the red in here. Could probably even still just shave a mountain, right? For the most part, actually basically always, I'm not really looking for red early. And by the time I need red, it's pretty easy to just get double red. Yeah, we should probably shave at least one mountain, probably even 2. You always want green in your opener. It's just borderline mandatory in my opinion. So I'm sure there's more you could do with the mana base, like the Verge lands. I didn't have them in here. Could have just probably finagled them in there. There's a lot of nuance, like, oh, I got the Rootbound Crag, but I have 1-drops. But Rootbound Crag doesn't enter untapped turn 1, but it's good later. But I need the green source turn 1 to get the things going. Actually, I don't even really need a second green source ever again, really, right? Or if I do, it's after the first one. Really easy to get the second one. So it's kind of okay to run a lot of basic lands. Like my Golos list on paper had quite a few basics in it, and that wasn't necessary. Like I could have run. I have one of each dual lands. I could have just been like, you know, it's not too hard to get away with a bunch of basic lands if it's a green centric strategy where you can ramp basic lands, because your ramp spells color fix you. So your rampant growth is getting, oh, I need blue. Well, rampant growth gets you blue. Into the North actually gets you 2 other colors if you really want to go that route. I still wouldn't like that. You could get a dual land off of Into the North, or a 2-colored land that's not green off of Into the North. You're just getting into the min-max zone where it's really okay to get a single colored land off of your Into the North in a 5-color deck. Like, that's okay. Most of the time, that will not color screw you in the long run. Sometimes it will, but most of the time it really won't. So I was just not willing to lose a bunch of games or concede because I mulliganed to 5 because I really needed a green source. Right, so that's why I truly believe having basically all green-based lands is just the best way to go. And ramping single-color tapping lands is perfectly fine. It's perfect. I never had an issue casting this. Right, that wasn't a problem. I think there was one game where I accidentally didn't get a black source. Or just was unable to. I can't remember, but I think there was a game where I couldn't cast this, and I think I could have had I been paying more attention. So it's pretty easy. Oh yeah, also if you play a bunch of mana rocks, someone say mana rocks is a form of color fixing as well, assuming they tap for actual colors like Arcane Signet. Planar Genesis is like Explore, Growth Spiral don't let you color fix as efficiently, but it's 2 mana ramp spells. I probably could have put Explore in here. We were running 44 lands. Yeah, I could have run Explore and Growth Spiral. Could have done that. So yeah, and for the success rate of this, it was pretty good. I actually liked it. It was surprisingly good to just slam down dragons until your opponent either answers all of them or doesn't and loses, right? And that's before you cast this. Once you cast it, then you're going to start doing it again, right? So I'm a fan of this strategy. I actually really do like this. It's also pretty straightforward, right? Your biggest misplays are going to come into probably what lands you're ramping. You're making mistakes with the lands you find. Might be the biggest crux that you encounter. Or games that end because you kept a mana dork that was extremely important, your opponent killed it. And then you're like, well, game's over. Right. Or a mana drain Dark Ritual. Right. Those could happen too. So can recommend, is pretty fun, and I can see why I'm playing against Tiamat a whole bunch now, because a big dragon set just came out, and well, guess what this is? A big dragon that gets all the dragons, and people like their dragons, and this does the dragon thing. But don't play Call the Spirit Dragons. Just don't play those. Sarkhan is cool. Actually, ultimating it is dope. I will most likely be playing this in the immediate future as a commander, because now actually having a -8 that does something seems hilarious to me. So alright, that's all I've got for this, so let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Yeah, the stream is wrapping up. I went like an hour longer than I normally do, too. Wow, I actually got 100 views on Twitch. Not Twitch, jeez. Oh, that'd be crazy. I got 100 views on YouTube. It's kind of cool. You get flooded with 38 lands. I would play 38 lands in every single deck if my chat let me get away with it. So keep doing it. 1 in 3, or like 1 in 3.3. Slightly over 1 in 3 lands. Or 1 in 3 cards as a land. That's what I like to do. You do exactly 36, so that would be like... That's still over 1 in 3. Yeah. A deck like this, though, I did like having 15 lands in play, right? So this one is pretty unique with that. But, if I was more of the normal kind of thing where I didn't have, like, 5s and ups and it stopped at, like, 4 and maybe some 5s, 36 is fine. I like 37. I seldom go under 38. So it's like 37, 38. I should say I like 38. Yeah. I like 38 more than 37. 36 is low for me, but I can't really accost anyone for that because I don't know. I mean, it's still over 1 in 3 cards as a land, right? That's what, like 1.5 in your hand starting, and you know, one out of 3. Every 3 draws is a land. Ooh, that is kind of low, isn't it? Actually, maybe that is too low. So you have 1.5 lands in hand. You get a free mulligan, though. That is actually quite massive. In this format, there is a free mulligan, so that has to be taken into consideration. Yeah, 36 is fine. I couldn't get away with it, though. Chat would just ban me. I'd get canceled. Alright, I'm rambling. So, thanks for watching, guys. Be back next time with more Dragonflight. Wait, Dragonstorm. Dragonflight was a World of Warcraft expansion. I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, 36 lands and then plus all the ramp spells. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to consider ramp spells when I count the lands. Like 30, if I'm elves, mono green elves maybe, or something like that, or whatnot. Like we have 44 lands in this deck, and we have 1, 2, 3. We have 9 1-mana ramp spells. So over half the deck is dedicated to like extremely early turn 1 land-based nonsense, whether it's a land or 2 lands on turn 1. And then turn 2 it gets a bit slow. No, I don't like the Dragon Rocks. I don't like the Dragon Rocks that much. You could run them, though. You could run them. I thought about it. They were in here for a second. I just took them out. I don't like them that much. I think the Dragon Horde is okay. Dragon's Horde is alright. But it's just a little too cute. Like, you don't need it. Especially when, for the most part, you find yourself tapping it for mana consistently. Because you don't stop at 7 here. You continue to cast spells, so it's hard to like actually get Dragon Horde to draw cards because you're always tapping it for mana. But oh, the Red Rock. Yeah, the Red Rock. Right. I forgot about the red one. Wait, is it this one? No, that's not it. What is it called? Uh-oh. Dang it. This one. Could have played this. I don't really know over what, though. Probably Roamer's Routine. It was hard to ever harmonize. I never cast this out of the graveyard, so... They're probably just easy switcheroonies there. Like that. Stash counter probably works. Could probably run this too. I don't like this one that much though. I mean, it fixes your colors if that's something you're having an issue with, I guess, but still, I don't know. One would argue it's better than Omen Path Journey. So no, I don't like Mox Jasper. It was in here for 2 seconds. I don't like it. It's just 90% of your dragons cost way too much for this to ever like matter, in my opinion. I'm just not a fan of this at all. Getting a second land all the way on turn 7 is just like I'm not doing that. Could probably run Jade Orb though. Yeah, maybe just take out Omen Path. I mean, 1 into 3 is fine. Uh-oh, where's the person that always wants Ancient Cornucopia in my deck? They're always begging. I don't like Chrome Mox either. Cold Steel Heart is a bit weird too. Although Binding of the Old Gods was not super crazy. Like, if I'm going to go with Binding or a ramp spell, I'd probably just take the ramp spell. Dragonlord's Servant was not very exciting. I'd probably prefer this to be an evasive threat in terms of mana. Right, this is only better than a Mana Rock if it lets me cast 2 dragons instead of 1 in a turn. Otherwise, it's just discounting 1 spell by 1 a turn, which is the same as a Mana Rock, so... And it doesn't actually help me cast other cards. Yeah, probably shouldn't have just been in here to begin with, so... Ow. No, I don't see Mana Rocks as auto-includes. A lot of people do. I'm just not one of them. I don't like Chromatic Lantern that much. Though someone probably just throws that in all of their decks and doesn't think about it. I am okay with the 1 into 3 thing, because all the 1 mana ramp spells. So taking out, like... But the Explosive Vegetation still have value. I never got a... Oh, yeah, we can take out Call. Right, yeah. Take out Call of Spirit Dragons, right? Right. Can run Key... Scry 2. This one's blue. Really not feeling this one. Not feeling this one. Wait, what is the white one? Is there no white one? Red. Blue. Green. Huh. Guess not. And I take it there's no black one then. That's funny. They're in the Teamer colors, because why wouldn't they be, right? Could run Chrome Mox. This one, if any of them make sense, it's this one. But I don't know. Doesn't feel necessary. Daragaz never worked. Maybe this shouldn't be in here. This could be a Traxa. I never, like, get it off of Tiamat either. I just like the idea of having a very annoying to deal with dragon. You can still get exiled, though. It's also not that annoying because it's extremely slow. It's like 3 turns. Like, very, very slow. This could have just been a Traxa. Or Gristlebrand. tooth and nail. Defense of the heart. Yeah, when the Dragon Mox doesn't work in a dragon. Yep. Don't run it. Don't recommend it. Yeah, someone said that earlier. Mirror, whatever. Mirim. But I had a spiel about that in the beginning. I don't like Mirim either. I would run... Spark Double. Phantasmal Image. There's a lot of things I've run before Mirim. A lot of things, and most of them are not dragons. Yeah, we're going to take out Darigraz. Darigberber, whatever, you know what I mean. Dooga-dooga-doo. Dragon's Horde is still not up there for me. What about changelings? There's just like one changeling that does... It's kind of just like this one. But it doesn't even get anything that matters. So it doesn't really matter. It is a dragon, and it would let you play Mox Jasper more reasonably. But we don't have any Dragons Matters cards. I said Black Market is just very good, so it could just... bloop. It does make dragons, too. Again, don't think that's relevant. It is sort of relevant when I had the enchantment in my deck, but, well, we're not there anymore. With this, we can start looking at Dark Ritual as well. Oh, this is a dragon, right. This card is so funny in multiplayer. It's like 4 people in the game. It's just... by the time he gets back to you, it's like a 10-10. I love that card. So funny. But yeah, dragons don't actually matter. None of these are Tiamat tutor worthy except maybe this to get something back, but that's pretty deep. It's like, oh, let me get Faceless Agent so I can then get a random dragon instead of the one I want. What? What? Masked Vandal. Masked Vandal is a good Tiamat target. This is actually just like a solid Tiamat target. Because there's a lot of times where I have 3 options that I like, and then the other 2 dragons I get are like whatever. This just gives you options, especially cheap ones. This could come into play a lot. Alright. Thinking deep. Thinking deep. Same with this one. You know, it's Tiamat can just find a Flame Slash, essentially. That seems pretty good. Were there any fetch lands that could not get green? I don't think that ever... Wait, did that come up? Let's see. Scalding Tarn, Breeding Pool, Breeding Pool, Breeding Pool, Breeding Pool. Stomping Ground, Breeding Pool, Breeding Pool, Overgrown Tomb, Temple Garden, Breeding Pool, Stomping Ground, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Ground, Temple Garden. Okay, so they could get green. They could all get green. Swords looks hilariously goofy here. It's still just a funny... I mean, you're never wrong with it. Never wrong with it. Chromatic Lantern can come back out, I think. Yeah. I think it's the least impressive to me. Sort of. Sometimes it isn't. I remember I bought like 4 of these for a random deck on paper for like $1 each, and now they're like $8 or something. It's kind of funny. That was a long time ago, though. Could just shave a land, honestly. I did add a bunch of mana rocks, so shaving a land is pretty reasonable. What's the least represented color? White by a metric landslide? Wait, is there just one white card? Hold on. Oh no, the Swords of Plowshares. Okay, that makes swords even more funny. So I could take out a plains. There's two. There's no double white in the deck, period. I don't need two plains. To be sweaty, we take out the this plains because we have Into the North. Yeah. But I want to play this? Whatever. I played the deck already, so we can upload the sweat version. Take out the non-snow. Fair enough. Atali didn't get to do anything. That's not too big of a deal. This was... Oh, excuse me. This is also good. Why am I looking at it like this? What am I doing? There we go. Like that. Yeah, this feels better, I'd say. Goodbye, fancy Japanese plans, yeah. Tragic. I have a whole bunch of those in foil, that exact art. I love those lands so much. I think I have the swamp right here. Oh, I have the, what is this? What is this? The stained glass one? The Brothers War thing? Whatever set that was. Phyrexia Invasion, whatever. Is this the one with the swamp in it? I got a Mirage Swamp. That's a large gap in time, huh? Oh, I got the Grand Prix Swamp. The one that just says Grand Prix on it. I think I have one of each of these for each basic type. Yeah, just says Grand Prix. What year is this? It's actually not that old. It's 2018. I thought they were older than that. Ah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Fancy, shiny Japanese plain thing. I like it a lot. I think it looks so good. I'm such a fan of these. Got it for pretty cheap too. I thought it'd be like $5. I think it was like $1 or something. That's always nice. Basic lands not costing a bajillion. Love to see it. That's all that's fancy in this deck. Lost Caverns Travel poster. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was playing Magic. How many blue cards? There's so many options with 5 colors. It's kind of scary thinking about all the things I could put in here because it's 5 colors. But to maintain the dragon coherency, it's got to do. You mean you got to do something like this, right? All right, I'm done. I'm done. I said I was done 15 minutes ago. I'm done now. So, I think we've settled on a list to upload. So, I will see you guys the next time I do stuff. And at no point before then. So, have a good night, morning,